Say that this particular story is one that they never should have got involved with, and of course, like all revelations, always comes back to bite you, doesn't it? You know who I'm talking about, of course, Harry and Meghan. But now it seems like a former friend has truly made things incredibly difficult over here in the United Kingdom, and as ever, let me explain how. Hi, good morning, Neil Sean here, nice to see you. Thank you also for your kind comments about the Llewellyn Parsons, Hedda Hopper, Gossip Girls video that we did. Great fun, isn't it? You know, when you look back, didn't those two ladies rule the world, you know? And I think if you're a celebrity of that time, and as I said, I interviewed quite a few people that were associated in that era, they said they were just ruthless, you know, just never stopped, and really were very powerful in making or breaking your career. I was trying to think today if there was ever really that sort of person, you know, that kind of gossip columnist. I guess the biggest thing you could say, and let me know if you agree with me in the comments, but I think that would be social media, wouldn't it? You know, Twitter, you know, Snapchat, all of those sort of things, where if somebody posts a bad picture or says a bad word about you, it can escalate and people actually do believe it. That's the bigger problem, isn't it, you know? But you know, that's the situation we have over here right now with the former royals known as Harry and Meghan. So as ever, let me explain. Recently, you know, and really bad timing for Harry and Meghan, it appears that a former foe in the shape of Oprah Winfrey and her close pal, Gayle King, have been basically backtracking on that now infamous interview that they did over a year ago. And the reason being, apparently, Oprah's let out this, you know, missive that basically she's hoping that things now could be put on the straight and narrow, given what had gone on before. This, of course, has been alleged by many people over here, is the problem because Oprah kick-started it. Let's not forget, Oprah Winfrey had the power to pull that interview from the worldwide distribution at a very delicate time for our late monarch, Her Majesty the Queen. Her husband, the Duke of Edinburgh, was in hospital, not well at all, but they proceeded to go ahead with it. She could have vetoed that over the former royals, but proceeded to carry on. But it gets even worse than that now, because of course her chum, Gayle King, you know, went in on the bandwagon too. Worse than that, both are now saying that, you know, they had no idea that the interview would create such a bombshell that it did. But let's not forget, of course, Oprah was basically revealing at that time that nothing was off limits, nothing was off the table. And also, again, we have to say allegedly, it does appear that Meghan had the full idea of the questions well in advance, offering some well-crafted, rehearsed responses. So it's ridiculous to say you didn't know exactly what was coming along. Now, one might suggest that, you know, was Oprah angling for an invite to the funeral? I don't believe that for 1 minute, but it's a nice bit of gossip. I think what she's trying to do, and perhaps if you wanted to be kind and good-willed, say maybe she is trying to smooth the path of the bombshell that she created. But it's all too little too late. And more importantly right now, it's far too late when you think about it, given the fact that the two ex-royals are over here in London. This has created a firecracker, reminding people just of the skullduggery, the backstabbing, and of course, the problems that they inflicted on the senior members of the British monarchy. We're talking you, Harry and Meghan. And so really, Oprah, if she was a friend, should have simply shut up and remained silent until well after the funeral of our late monarch. But as ever, these people simply can't stop themselves, always wanted to be in the limelight. Is it any wonder they all got on so famously together? Neil Sean in the very heart of London.